welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. And give me a second. There's a bit of delay in my system. But okay, let's get the headphones so that you can actually hear the in-game audio. Yeah, so we actually got this event popped out recently. It's an extra life event. It's a free event. Just a quick show here. Yeah, you can get it for free. You only need to win once. It'll give you a cool 500 gold. But they actually have a lot of decks for you to try out. But first things first, what is Treasure Brawl? So this is a Historic Brawl event, so 100 cards. Almost every card in the arena is available. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you get to create a colorless treasure artifact. So lots of high mana usage, and actually, and we do have a lot of choices for decks here. So for a free event, they're giving us a lot of choice here. So let's see. A lot. So there's a bunch that's playing on the term life or playing on the term extra. Yeah, get it, extra life. Okay, so and you also get the nice avatars. I wonder if that. I wonder what else we get here. Anyway, so we'll probably take a look at the decks one by one and see how it goes. So first option on the list, we'll probably do one extra and one life. So left, right. So this one is the Goose Mother. Enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters. Very good candidate for a treasure format, and you also get a bunch of food tokens. And whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a food. Then if you do draw a card, lots of excess in this particular deck. So there's a Blue Sun's Twilight, Finale of Devastation, Spinning Wheel Kick. Okay. Few Hydras, Steelbane Hydra, Voracious Hydra, Hydrate Crisis, Altered Ego, also a pretty good one, and also a bunch of pretty decent expensive spells. Shimmer Dragon, maybe one reason not to use up all your artifacts quite yet. Vorinclex, very good for doubling them counters that you're gonna get. Kind of Hydra Tribal. You have we have Gargos, Vicious Watcher. I think there's also a bunch of. And we also have Old Gnawbone to give us even more treasures. Quick check. This is a 41 land deck. So pretty high though. No, actually it's about right. You usually want 40% lands. So 41 is kind of there. Makes sense for blue green. I didn't notice much in the way of removal, but there probably is some. We'll go with that. We'll play each brawl deck once, and we'll see which ones pan out well, which ones won't. Given the nature of this particular event, I might only play each deck once. Okay. Turn 1 Delighted Halfling, turn 2 Crassus looks good. Or we could just do turn 1. Turn 1 Halfling, turn 2 Goose Mother is also pretty much an option here. You get the food tokens rounded up, so definitely want to run this one out first. Opponent is going to take a while to hit Astarion, but they probably have a lot of removal in the meantime. I could also do Hydrate Crassus, though I might want to just go Goose Mother here, because we don't need the card draw right away. Sorin the Mirthless. If they go for the token, I probably just go Goose Mother.
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will must
Also, Forsaken Crossroads. Our opponent went first, so we don't draw the cards right away, and we are kind of opening ourselves up to removal. We're gonna see how much removal this particular deck has. Next turn, we can kind of go Return to the Wilds, Crassus X2, not. I should have paid attention to what are my X2s in the deck, but probably wouldn't. Yeah, you'd also be getting at 5 mana. Yeah, I think our opponent has removal. Infernal Grasp. Okay. Yeah, take action. Opponent makes another token? That would be interesting. They're giving up Sorin in the process. No, they're just gonna look at top card. Okay, it's probably expensive, so they're leaving up top. They will have 6 mana next turn, so they might go Astarion instead. Why do we have Witch's? Well, I guess Witch's Oven is fine. I guess we go triple green. So that leaves us with 6. Next turn we'll have 7, so that's Titan mana. We'll leave it at that. If our opponent goes Astarion, it's either gaining life or we probably would just land Titan with a shield counter plus a 4/4 Rhino.
I bring my own army.
And we know that our opponent okay, they're going for Vengeful Bloodlord, so the vampires have lifelink, so kinda moot.
My sword is your death knell.
Return target creature card. They don't have one right now. Yeah, we're gonna go Titan. Yeah, sure.
Time for a drink.
Opponent actually holding back. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 mana. Yeah, if we can. I guess there might be an arg. So we're definitely gonna try to gun for Sorin. So it looks like the Astarion deck does have a bunch of planeswalkers. I should have paid attention if we have our own. But we would have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 mana short of, well, it's X equals 8. We want X equals 10 if we want plus X and haste. I could just go for a smaller goose. I could just go for Hybrid Crassus instead. Also, this one's from your graveyard, so thankfully your opponent hasn't exactly played any actual creatures yet. Opponent just slowly pinging us. Okay, play the land, might as well. If they could play Astarion. That touch lifelink does mess with the Titan. Ooh, that's a bit annoying. So that's Eleanor Gardner. Create a food token. You may sacrifice a food token. If you sacrifice search. Okay, so it's a good way to ramp. So if I swing with this, they can kill the Titan afterwards. So that's one way around it. And they'll probably just buy it back. So that is a bit annoying. I could also just swing with the Rhino. But it becomes the same problem again. Most likely I go for a Crassus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 7. Let's go for 8, so X equals 6. Now, I might actually just play the Witch's Oven. Reason being that if our opponent has a way to say sacrifice the vengeful vampire or whatnot, we have an out. Ooh, speeding will kick would actually be neat. We can snipe the two. We can snipe we can snipe these two vampires. We are opening ourselves up to instant speed removal if we do it, but I guess we can use Titan of Industry instead. Shield counter does mitigate that a bit. Interesting to note, our opponent probably should have been attacking earlier with this. I have no idea why they were holding back. Knight of Sweet's Revenge. It only gives +X/+X. Doesn't give trample, so it's something to keep in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I probably will have to play Knight of Sweet's Revenge just to turn my food tokens into actual mana. And we can probably go for Finale of Devastation that way.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Also gives me an extra mana, so it's not too bad. Yeah, Pious Rat. Okay, interesting setup. So what we'll do is we'll sacrifice the Crassus, give ourselves the food tokens. So they can target this. I guess I could have targeted that to deny the 4 life. Opponent now gonna repay to buy that back. That's expected. I could play Eleanor Gardner. Opponent could buy back their Vengeance Vampire. Nope, they're just gonna ping us. So. Okay, so there's our Elvish Mystic. We'll play Knight of Sweet's Revenge. We'll play Eleanor Gardner. Now I can use those 2 to sacrifice to gain this one. And then we're gonna just pass. Basically, we're now gonna start digging our deck out of lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. I could also draw a card off the Waterlogged Grove. It is an option. Now this one is exile target creature or enchantment, so very good reason to have Witch's Oven. Nice deny. They probably should buy back their Vengeance Vampire soon.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they're finally paying that off. I think I do draw a card now. Okay, Botanical Sanctum.
You belong to me now.
Okay, so we got Gargo's Watcher, but I can play Goose Mother again, but it just eats Kaya trigger. We kind of have to do it though. There's no way around it. There's actually an interesting trick. Eat each. Okay, so this has hexproof, so I can't target this, but I can snipe the other two. So let's see. Let's... No, I can't fight that, but the way it works, it would actually fizzle, so I actually want to deny that.
Reckoning will come one day.
So I'm also going to add the Elvish Mystic onto the battlefield just because. But yeah, we did answer the Planeswalkers, which is kind of the important deal here. If opponent goes for plus, we can try Finale of Devastation for something really big that we can trample over. It will have haste. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. So 15, 16, 17, 18. We will definitely be able to pay 12 for this. Opponent might be incentivized to say sack this or find. Okay, Sorin, Impervious Bloodlord. So what they could do is they could sack this, take this out, then use the plus to take this one out. That would be interesting. Just gone through 3 Planeswalkers already. Okay, so
that's just a start.
so we're gonna. So it's gonna sacrifice.
One life to save many.
Ooh, what did they target? Okay, so yeah, they can't prevent both, but we can at least deny them gaining 4 life. So Finale not. So we can probably use Finale. I guess we can do is cast both Goose Mother and Finale so that we can. So that we could snipe. So we could snipe both Kaya and Sorin. Yeah, we're swimming in mana at this point. We should be fine. Night of Sweet Revenge might be more. I think there's a Teething Wormlet as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9 is 16, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19. So so this is x equals 3. Oh wait, no, not x equals. Oh wait, no, it's correct. X equals 3 because it does add food tokens. And we have spares, so I could have actually paid 2 more. So, let's see. If I search my graveyard, I can get. We get Titan if ever. So the Rhino doesn't get a benefit. Is there an enchantment that we want to destroy? There actually is, so. Opponent might have a kill spell, so at least we get to sacrifice a food and draw a card. Now we're finally cooking with gas. I went after the Titan of sent the Titan of Industry after Kaya because this is the one that we really need to remove. On the flip side, I could have just taken them out. That I just realized that was enough damage. But if our opponent had a combat trick, 17, yeah, it would not have been enough. So taking care of those two was a better plan. Yeah, Finale of Devastation. Opponent never got to cast Astarion. They were missing mana for quite a while. That was an issue. They did get cast 4 Planeswalkers. I could eventually sacrifice this, but it's honestly much more valuable as a way to generate mana. Opponent concedes. They figure I would probably end up sacking Knight of Sweet's Revenge again. But for the most part, I'd be drawing more cards with off Goose Mother if they had no way of removing it. Titan of Industry would be doing their thing. I kind of like the black white deck also, but could be more impressive. Anyway, let's claim our 500 gold. That's a pretty decent chunk of change. Let us check out that other deck now. So white black, it's like Gain Darling. So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 represent. Astarion crit. No bears for Astarion to romance around this time, but that touch lifelink. Either target opponent loses life or you gain life equal to, so lots of effects to that. You are paying a lot of life as I've noticed based off including Font of Agonies. Lots of Planeswalkers, lots of ways to pay life. Village Blood Brokers are a good way to pay life. Black Market Connection, Start Tutelage. This one's a high risk, high reward card. Like having Bolas' Citadel in the deck with this many expensive cards, your lifelink better stick. If it doesn't stick, you are in trouble. But then again, there are a lot of Planeswalkers to give you incremental advantage over time. We might have been unlucky. This looks like the only rat that the deck has. There is Exquisite Blood, and there's Veto, so the combo is there. Yeah, there's lit. So I thought I was expecting a lot more rat effects. It turns out it was just this one. Yeah, we kind of got unlucky in that one, but heck, we'll run this through. We'll see if this deck pans out. So as far as starts go, this is awfully slow. We can't even cast the Murderous Rider or Swift End, so this is an auto-mull. We could take the risk with Dark Tutelage, but okay, this one's probably better. I just forgot that we do get treasures off this, so we're gonna be relying on them a lot. But we'll probably play turn 2 Twilight Prophet. Though what are our other options? I guess I can play Arvad. We'll see if the green-white deck has any decent removal. Boonbringer Valkyrie backing this one up. You actually want creatures to die. So maybe playing Vona instead is a better option. If our opponent can't answer this, we can basically remove all our opponent's creatures all the time. So we'll see if our opponent has an answer to this. Opponent does have 6 mana, so we'll see what they have. I would not be surprised if it has enchantment-based removal. We'll see if they have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ajani Unyielding. Oh, they do have an answer to it.
I will teach you humility.
They exiled that creature, sure.
Do not fight for myself.
And let's see. I can actually pay to destroy a target creature. So I actually want to hold up mana here. So we'll pass. I could have also just played the Boonbringer Valkyrie, but that was kind of unnecessary right then. Okay, opponent definitely has to remove. I'm actually surprised they went after Arvad. We do have ways to. Well, we did have ways to reanimate if it was just normal destruction, but did they not want me to gain so much life? That made no sense. So I could actually just pay to destroy the creature. They might have a sacrifice effect. I would not be surprised if there's an Angelic Purge. Yeah, Font of Agony. Font of Agonies, we do have a sizable number of counters here, though, so currently just enough to take one creature. And this is well, it's our opponent's losing life, so we do have other ways to pay. Opponent looking into what to do here. Yeah, this is a 1/1 that comes with a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, we'll pass. Yeah, we'll just hit it at the end step. Okay, so Koilos, we will play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So even if this dies, I would still have 10. So this deck might have actual rat effects, so maybe we don't play the Twilight Shepherd. I can see an argument for playing Astarion. Yeah, we'll play Astarion. We'll feed. Let's see if our opponent has a rat effect. Dusk Legion Duelist, no. Okay, this is honestly very weird. They have to have removal for Vona, or else they're gonna get run over. Ochre Jelly. Trample Ward too. So let's see, Collective Brutality. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. I don't need that. When Ochre Jelly dies, if it has... Okay, so... it will enter with half that many counters on it rounded down. But that means I can swing with these two, kill this one, pay the 2, then Twilight Prophet for ward, I guess. Yeah. Then we'll see if our opponent decides to chump block. No, they're not. They're just going to go down to 10. Oh. It's just one card. Oh, then... Oh, it doesn't let you discard the 2 cards at once. Okay. So there was a collective effort. And because of Astarion, we feed. What the... They get their creatures back, but doesn't help them when they're dead. Collective effort... Okay, it can destroy creatures with power 4 or greater. Interesting. So they... Yeah, I definitely had... So that was how that matchup was supposed to go. Our opponent Well, don't get me wrong. Our opponent earlier had the four planeswalker setup was really powerful. It just felt I just felt like that they did not leverage it for the win against us at least. So that was the extra hard deck that our opponent played. It looks like a very early game aggro deck. Let's take a look, see if that's the case. Like you play a lot of creatures, then you play a Johnny, then you dump your +1/+1 counters on them. Kind of makes sense. There are a lot of cheap creatures early on that you get from these. Lots of ways to get +1/+1 counters. We saw the collective effort a while ago. It's a it's a way to it's a way to deal extra some early removal. No board wipes, but they do have ECD. Eternal Wander is kind of the board wipe. Gruff Triplets is just annoying. There's another Wandering Emperor again. I am not that convinced about the power of this deck. We'll give this one a try. It looks interesting, but between the control elements of the first two decks, this one is it's aggro or die. There's no other way around it. So Broker's Hideout, grab a land. Next turn we could go Palladium Mirror. Going for Shalai early doesn't quite help out as much. I guess we can keep this, but I am not so convinced on this deck being that good. We will get the planes here because we have the double white already. There's a bit of double green as well. What does Raphael Fiendish Savior do? Was this also in BG3? Not so sure. Okay, Sylvan Smite, so we have combat tricks. I kind of want to just play the Palladium Mirror. If our opponent has removal for it, so be it. We would have options between... We could Sylvan Smite Aspirant, I guess. That's one plan. Reason I went for this and not Shalai is because giving everything else I have hexproof is such a big deal that I don't want to risk this one right away. I don't also want to risk two of my treasures right away if I can. Also allows me to play an ECD if I really have to. Opponent is now at 4 mana. We took Massacre. Okay, we got them to use their treasures, so not the worst outcome. Scattered Groves, ETB's tapped. We were not the starting player. They played. No. I'm confused. Were we the starting player or were we not the starting player? Anyway, Aspire. Okay, apologies to our opponent. I think, our opponent missed the land drop. We were this. The reason I was checking is because I needed to know if Sylvan Smite, what we can hit with Sylvan Smite if it came to that. Yeah, there was no reason for me to risk Shalai. It was going to determine how my mana setup was going to be. We didn't actually get to play this deck, but at least it saves me a bit of time. Let's take a look at the Devilish Life. So this one is a high expense. It's tribal, so demons, devils, imps, and tieflings. You'll gain quite a bit of life. And if a card was put into your if a creature card was put into a graveyard from anywhere this turn, we make mini devils. So there is going to be lots of removal. I'm trying to see if there's Finale, Demonic Embrace. Yeah, this is mostly just demon tribal for the most part. I don't see that much self mill or to that effect. We do have Gix's Commands board wipe. We saw the Meathook Massacre a while ago. Crippling Fear. So there is quite a few board wipes for this deck. Fiery Emancipation, City and Fire, honestly, I call these win more cards. You really don't want to be running them if you can. But this looks like good old fashioned demon tribal. Let's see if this let's see how that goes. Sorry if I took a while thinking. Hey, you have to, especially in an event where a lot of the decks are precons and not built. You have to expect people to be take their time thinking. I would prefer to have more mana, but I am willing to keep this one. We'll name black because we are missing that color. Yeah, we'll keep the mountain on top. We're gonna need more mana over time. The question is, what is our next play? Opponent is playing the Goose Mother deck, complete with Gilded Goose. Usually the rule is snipe the goose if you can. I would rather play Obnixilis with casualty, so I could just play Cardur Doom Scourge. Yeah, I can just play this one. So if our opponent doesn't spend mana right away, it will force them to attack. So they have to 1, 2, 3. It at least it eats the food token. No, are they not? No, they can still cast a 3-drop, and I think the deck has a few trees. Well, 1, 2, 3. No, they can cast a 4-drop. So it will force them to. Of course, I'm going to choose blockers. If they have a way to pump this, sure. Slightly annoying because I was gonna go for Obnixilis. So what I'm gonna do now is swing first. Go for big ob. Opponent might have a counter spell. We'll find out if that's a thing. At the worst case, we will end up with 1. So
my goons will make quick work of you. Pleasure doing business.
So we're gonna start draining our opponent quite a bit. Now, what is our plan if our opponent has a large creature? We can, if it's not trample, okay, Feeding Wormlet. This has Death Touch. Okay, Studiconies. Okay, not bad. We'll probably just cycle it around again. We can alternately just use Tibalt Rakish Investigator to make our token instead. There's also a Prosper. We'll go Tibalt first. We have the game plan.
I would be honored to break your
And denying life gain is actually going to be a very big deal.
I adore honors.
By coin or carnage.
And now we're also threatening the
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I don't see a reason for converting the 2 treasures into 1 food. It makes no sense. What we have to be careful is Knight of Sweet's Revenge. We are kind of there is some spot removal in this deck, not quite a lot. I could play an Orcus, so X equals 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We will get 6 next turn, with or without the land. I could also play it safe, though Sin Prodder might ruin us since we're actually looking for land drops. Opponent plays Goose Mother, so it doesn't have trample. Okay, so this is Asmodeus. Pay 3. If you draw a card, exile instead. This has flying, so it can jump.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything. Pleasure doing business with you.
I could pay X equals 1 just to return 1 card, I guess. No, or just pay the 2. Yeah, we'll spend everything. Take out the Goose Mother. Might as well make another devil with this one.
The more, the messy.
But yeah, missing mana drops is really painful for this one. So next turn we could just cast Prosper, I guess. If we do get to hit this, yeah, we've drained a lot of life on this one, so opponent probably wants to look for a way to nuke Orcus first so that they can clear everything else out. Now what I could do, I guess, yeah, I kind of want to, because they can start gaining life by sacking food, but it's going to be very hard to protect the belt eventually. Yeah, and I kind of want to protect this one instead. Let's hope our opponent does not have a way to gain life now. That would be a bit annoying. Spinning Wheel Kick would be annoying too. It would take out both obs, but we can start punching our opponent in the face instead. A War Might. Well, there's our mana rock. So first things first. Keep draining our opponent.
Defy me, and you.
Opponent might start. Okay, they're gonna actually start discarding cards now. Okay.
Pleasure doing business with
I actually want the chump block to happen so that, though we end up losing the treasure in this case, but that might be fine. They can take out the treasure. Okay, they're actually gonna let it go. So I can go Mind Stone into Sin Prodder. Actually, because I need. Yeah, let's do it. Opponent probably starts eating food now. Oh no, Farsight Ritual, bargain. Okay, looking for 2 cards. It was fun for Ob while it lasted. Opponent does have the Lair of the Hydra, so They could attack both obs. I will probably block with Sin Prodder just to preserve the other ob. Oh, Voracious Hydra. This one fights a target creature I don't control. We lose Orcus. That's fine. This does have Menace, so I will get to hit them for 3.
How dare you destroy what I
So get a Treasure, Blackleaf Cliffs. Opponent discards that. Gives us Command Tower instead. Thank you. So we now have 6 mana, so Asmodeus is an option. I guess we should play Raphael.
by coin or card.
Opponent is going to start discarding cards now, because this one slips through. Yeah. Knight of Sweet's Revenge, okay. There's honestly awfully late at this point. Opponent probably draws a card off the Mind Stone. Because I can just take this hit. Opponent is just gonna snipe this one, that's fine. I could block with Raphael, but
This isn't over.
okay. Opponent reveals a land. Still milling us. So we get to hit them for 4. Probably not gonna hit them with this. I could Faceless Age and see what we hit. We will. Rakdos Showstopper. I guess we can wait on that one. Opponent has to start eating food now. Technically, they can eat another food token. We just need to start making them eat. So, if I go Prosper, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn, I can do Rakdos. Yeah, I guess we play Prosper. So until the end of my next turn, I can play this card. I probably don't want to play this no matter what. We'll see. If our opponent somehow leaves Menace open, I will play this card. And if not, I can say Eleanor Gardner. So they're not leaving Menace open. They're actually going to leave enough blockers, I believe. I can still hit with Sin Prodder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's basically tap 2 creatures. What does Devil's Playground do? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So makes a treasure token. Opponent counterspells it, which is fine. I still get my treasure token. So, but it means I'm not incentivized to attack with Sin Prodder this time. Nightmare Shepherd. Definitely want to play Devil's Playground soon. I actually probably want to play Nightmare Shepherd first. Yeah, this is a bit of a long episode. It granted we this is our fourth brawl game. Opponent does have the spinning wheel kick for all four, so it was a matter of time. So starting to take big hits now. Now, no incentive for us to cast Nightmare Shepherd if we don't need it. Yeah, the creatures being kind of mid-sized is a bit of a pain. Now, that said, okay, we have an Abrade. What doesn't do? We could kill the Voracious Hydra at least. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Probably would rather cast this first. So next turn, this threatens casting Raphael again, swinging with Thought Monitor, drawing cards. Okay. So this does give. So this does make our Crippling Fears a bit better. In fact, I can kind of combo it with a Braid. Now, Knight of Sweet's Revenge does nothing now because opponent just gave it all up for food. I'm just actually hoping our opponent gets greedy and starts swinging at us. Well, there's a Gargos, so not just gonna swing through all of this quite yet. So let's see how much mana we actually get out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one's 7. Also, let's do a check. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell. Ooh. It's actually not the worst. I actually do not want the Goose Mother to die in this case. And I probably should just snipe Gargos at this point. Modius would be interesting. I might rather still play Raphael, but Devouring Tendrils. Sure. Guess the life gain is not inconsequential. Yeah, I do have to end up playing this one. Well, opponent going for broke, so do we have haste effects? Not really. So opponent is taking advantage of that. So what I could do is I could play as Modius, wait for them to actually have a removal effect. They already used their spinning wheel kick, so that worst is over. they have a they there might still be some fight effects, so that's why I'm going to try to hold this off for as long as possible. We actually can lose this. Well, opponent is gonna draw with their Mind Stone. Okay, if anything, it does solidify why I preferred this deck more. We'll see if our opponent has the fight effect. No finale. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. We will not be able to defend with all this. We can concede. So if anything, it shows that you really want to be playing the Goose Mother deck. And spinning wheel kick can randomly win games. Now that said, without that spinning wheel kick, we could have won, but that's Brawl for you guys. So that leaves 2 decks left for us to try. There's Life of Peace and Extra Witchy Knight. So we'll do Extra Witchy Knight here. Let's take a quick look at this. This will probably be a lot of food again. Oh, I don't see Greta, so that's a weird one. But this one is sacrifice up to 3 permanents. So if there are 3 types, you get to lose. So that would explain cards like Old Rutstein, way to generate. No, this is checking card types. So you will get artifacts easily. That leaves 2 more. So land is probably one, creature is probably the other. So Old Rutstein does make creatures tokens, so that's one way. That's interesting of note. There are like enchantment creatures to also add to that. So pretty much it's advantage over time. Let's see how this plays. And that will finally leave Will for last. Life of Peace. It might just mean Life of playing Brawl for a very long time because you're playing a control deck. Opponent is playing. Okay, so we have the Blooming Wash into Elves, so that we will have 5 mana next turn. So Invasion of Ravnica, we can drop Invasion of Ravnica if we need to. So lots of battles. Let's see what our opponent leads on first. In hindsight, maybe I think the play error we made was that we should have kept Obnixes alive for much longer. Anyway, so next turn we will have 5 mana. We'll see what our opponent drops at the 4 mana slot. This is an exile effect, so we can kind of get our opponent that way. Alternately, we could just play Course of Crufix to play it safe. 1, 2, 3. Though that will leave us with only 7 mana, so no Cityscape Leveler quite yet. Opponent plays Tybalt. Invasion of Ravnica is playable. Altar of Baal, not quite. Invasion of Ixalan, look at the top 5. I probably don't want to spend it quite there yet. There's an argument for doing Invasion of Ravnica and Tybalt first, but they might have something better for us to go for. Yeah, we'll save the treasures as an additional cost to conjure a card named Demonic Pact onto the battlefield. We will need to. I like this, but we will want to have Baba Lysaga first so we can sacrifice. So alternately, we can just Invasion of Ravnica our own. So maybe there's. Okay, it's exactly 2 colors, so we're not sniping this. We'll have to take. We need to find a better removal spell for that.
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
So Riveter's Overlook gives us a shuffle, but that will give us only 6 mana. Sorry, it's gonna take a while to think. 7 mana, I don't really get to do much. I just played this, played this. Yeah, it's enough. We don't gain life, so that one, skip that one. But we do get to shuffle our library. We have a bit of double black, so let's get another swamp. Now we'll save. Yeah, the Obnix list is gonna keep getting bigger. I think the combo might be there. I did not see if there was a Phyrexia all if there was an all will be one card. This one we can block safely. We kind of have to. We just have to obediently take the rest. I'm okay with losing the Llanowar Elves at this point because we can cast Cityscape Reveler anyway. Now let's hope they don't have the Obnixilus combo because that would mean I have a Braid. That's fine. Because this is not time, so you know, artifact creature, artifact land. No, I would end up sacking all of these anyway. If our opponent has removal for Babel, oh, Cold Steelheart. Okay, that's fine. So I could take the risk, but no, we need to get rid of Ob as soon as possible. So next turn, I might go Invasion just to get the Explore. Just to try hit the land for Explore. If our opponent has to, this is 8 to unearth also, so we're not unearthing it anytime soon. But being able to clear out this Obnixilus is a big deal. I do want to have a cheap creature first, so probably play Altar. Okay, they can exile the token to get this back. Is it battlefield? Let's check. It's returned to the battlefield, and because it's exiled, they don't get the to ding for 1. They also will need an out for the Reveler because I'm going to just snipe it again. Guardian Idol. There's a Hope of Kiriko. I am going to be feeding them a lot of treasure tokens, so that's an issue. Yeah, we'll cast this one. I am probably going to have to end. So if I go Graven Archfiend, at at least our opponent now has to find a, like they can activate the Guardian Idol, hit me, activate the sack it to activate again. But until they have an answer for Reveler, it's not gonna really do much. Burn down the house. Yeah, move to command zone. So not Graven Archfiending anytime soon. I could Invasion of Ravnica something, then hit with Cityscape Reveler. That is also another plan. Let's see if our opponent has the way to Mask of Gristlebrand. Doesn't quite do it. So first things first, I do Forsaken Crossroads. Let's pass on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess we can go for 7. But in reality, I just want to go for 5. So I'm going for this so I can exile the altar just to stop that, just to break that loop. Especially now that they don't have the mana to both activate this and activate, yeah. And hitting this will net me a creature. And I probably nuke. There are a few triple red spells, so I am gonna just nuke their Cold Steel Heart instead. So this means if I do cast Baba the Saga, I will get I could start drawing into cards, maybe. Opponent probably just waiting for me to massacre. Though they can't use these treasure tokens, so no dice. They can't use these some Power Stone tokens, so no dice there. Yeah, opponent concedes. I was surprised they did not go for the Cityscape red. Wait, they had a chance to go for Cityscape, right? Burn down the house. No, they had an upgrade. I was sure they had a way to nuke it. Like a braid would have been destroy target artifact. That would have been a good way to nuke it too. Guess it didn't quite have. Or maybe my timing was wrong. I just don't remember. Anyway, that leaves us with one last deck to try out, Life of Peace. Let's see how peaceful this deck actually is. So, when they gain life, you can discount spells you cast this turn. So there is that. It really is centering about gaining life with cards like Dawn of Hope, Griffin Airy, lots of life, incidental life gain effects, Faithful Mending, Revitalize, Nyx Fleece Ram. We also have the combo of Gisela Bruna. We have Lyra Dawnbringer, bunch of angels. It's not quite the angel deck, but lots of incidental ways to gain life. I don't see Heliod. Oh, they even gave you us a Book of Exalted Deeds. Wow. Should you really be giving people that that combo in a pre-con? Well, they gave us the Veto combo in pre-con. In a pre-con too, and I suspect they also have the Opnixus combo in the pre-con. But those end the game at least. Okay, that's enough on talk. So turn 1 Ivory Tower is pretty solid. We kind of want to take our time. We definitely will go turn to Arcane Signet. Better offer, put a random. Since it's a Raphael deck, X equals 6 is a good option. X equals 5 is kind of okay as well. Turn 2 Dawn of Hope might also be a thing. So next turn we will have 4 mana. I could just play Inventor's Fair, but that, well, I don't need the blue mana right away. So I can play Inventor's Fair into Arcane Signet. So it's just going to be life gain after life gain. These are all upkeep triggers, so it does time really well with Will. Might make our better offer really good. Yeah, we'll play Inventor's Torch Fiend. Okay, destroy target artifact. So they go for the Ivory Tower before I gain life? Oh no, they're going for... Well, they still have the option with Arcane Signet. Honestly, it's bait. They don't know I have an Arcane Signet coming up next. Yeah, we got rid of 2 of their treasures for the cost of not quite limited, but it's more like it was a good old days all-star, but not that great. So if kind of want to play Will next turn. If they have removal for Will, it's a bit sad. I will only gain 1 life anyway, so it's like a 1 mana discount. It's not that big. They're probably incentivized to play the Tiefling Outcast, so they can hit us for more damage. Not incentivized to crack a treasure yet. Altar Veil, okay. Skeleton, sure. We'll take 2. We're really not incentivized to... Now, they might have a removal spell for Will, which would be really sad. Okay, Fabled Passage next turn. So let's see. If you gain life, you may draw... Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna see what our opponent has in store. You're definitely gonna take the 4. Opponent could just play Raphael right away. So I'm hoping to dodge a 1 mana burn spell. Soul Transfer. Okay, they did have an out for it. We'll try again. So I guess we could revive... Do I have a reason to hold the Revitalize? I guess I can still hold the Revitalize. Though we are about to take a lot of damage. Because I can better offer right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we'll go for Will again. Let's see. Let's hope we can dodge another removal spell. Let's see what they hit. Asmodeus. Decline. You can have it in hand. Yeah, they're gonna just cast Asmodeus. That's fine. we are staring down an 8-6. So yeah, that's probably one of the weakness of probably the weakness of Will against like a pure black red deck. At least we get to block these safely. But we go down to 5. We no, not 2. Sorry. Steel Seraph is an option too. Flying Vigilance or Lifelink. Now this is only a white spell if I prototype it. Now there's also a risk that because we might hit a certain deep. Oh, that was a knock line. So let's see, what are our cheap options? I can still cast this for full price. Well, it's only combat on our turn, so 9, I only get to block this. I will need more blockers. I can't block this, so I actually am taking 8. I'm surprised I did not tap this. Yeah, we're... We could still die though. If our opponent swings, we most likely block Bells and Lock. They might just do the draw 7. Yeah, they have the mana to draw 7 and return all the cards exiled first, so they're gonna have a full grip by the end of this. We still won't have an answer to Sin Prodder. There's an argument for chump blocking with Speaker for the time being, then giving this guy Sweep the Swarm. Okay, so yeah, they had an answer for that. The deck had our opponent had answers lined up, which is very annoying. So we have to chump block. We have to chump block this. We are taking 8. We do get to eat this one, so we are going down to 2. I guess I can draw. I guess I draw a card. Let's draw. Okay, Inspiring Overseer does give us. Oh yeah, we used up all our, so we did not gain life, so no discount this time. I'm also surprised why I tapped that way. Well, I guess it's the 2's. Now we're drawing lands. Unfortunate. And there's an approach, but it's way too late. I guess we can give this one lifelink to pad our life total a bit. Yeah, let's pay again. Yeah, but this one did not pan out. Yeah, way too aggressive. We were relying on the combo too much that because our opponent had removal for it twice, we had removal for it once. It did not really pan out. I think the life gain deck is probably the most fiddly one. It also explains why it usually does not work in limited altogether. So much for life. Probably with more rat effects, you can have a life of peace. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, Like and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. Yeah, if I have to rate the decks, definitely like the extra heads a lot. This one can be a bit fiddly. This one is more aggro, so you better win quickly. Devilish Life is kind of fine, so I actually like these three decks. This one's fine also. Extra Witchy Knight, also a bit fiddly as well. It's not it's still mid-rangey enough that it's fine, but it is I find this to be fiddly. Life of Peace way too fiddly. No time for peace this time. Anyway, that's gonna be for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.